Alright, so a little bit of apologies here for taking up some of your time with this one, because I know this might have been a bit of a ruse for you with this title here, but yeah, I do have a couple of questions for you in regards to this tripod tutorial that I'm trying to put together, which as you can see, I'm starting to make it a thing. I'm getting the template laid out in the background footage and whatnot. But as I was putting this together, it kind of dawned on me that there's going to be a number of complications that may or may not pop up in regards to individuals and their particular circumstances. And the circumstances at hand here is what brought up these handful of questions that I have for you. And there are three of them that I've came up with, and as the summary would have it, it goes along the lines of, first and foremost, what version or platform of Minecraft do you play on? Secondly, is going to have to revolve around structure blocks. And then third is going to be about the texture pack predicament. So, going off with the versions and platform here, I am very much aware that there is such thing as Java Edition, Bedrock Edition, Pocket Edition for mobile, and they've even snuck in Education Edition on certain versions. And I haven't forgotten about the few of you that might still very well be playing on the original PlayStation and Xbox dedicated versions of Minecraft. So, yeah, just kind of comment down below as to what version you're on, and that'll kind of help me dictate where or what direction I need to take this tutorial to make it as uniform and commonplace for everybody involved here, as to not have certain things present that aren't accessible to a few of you because of versions or limitations. So just kind of putting that awareness factor on my mind just to make sure that there isn't something about this tutorial that negates certain people from being able to complete it. So second question at hand here was the structure block. Now, depending on the whole platform question will dictate whether or not I even go through with this idea. But just depending on how many people are on what version and all the comments that I get down below, just kind of getting the common majority, just seeing how and who's doing what. Regarding around structure blocks, depending on platform, it's like I know some of you will have the function of a structure block, some of you won't. But I guess just in the bizarre circumstance that everybody is capable of having these, depending on version here, the question surrounding the structure block is going to be, it's like, are you comfortable with using them? I mean, would you care to use them? It's like, would you prefer me not to include structure block function in the tutorial? Or it's like, do you know how to get one? Are you comfortable with using it, skilled enough with it? Repetitive questions here. But the only reason why I'm entertaining this idea with the structure blocks in the first place is in regards to the feet of the tripod. Because the feet and the toes are going to be the only repetitive part of this entire model to begin with, and seeing as how a structure block basically allows you to just copy and paste a whole structure, to multiple different locations here, would probably make that part of the tutorial a little bit more streamlined, because then we could just build one foot, and then I could give you the block count as to where you need to place a structure block to duplicate the foot 2 times over for the other legs. It's just the only part that's going to be slightly different is going to be the center leg and the rear, because where the ankle meets the leg, there's just a couple of blocks that are slightly different from the forward 2 legs and feet. But still, bottom line, it's like, just comment down below if you wouldn't mind if we use a structure block, or if you prefer that we didn't use a structure block. Just let me know down below, and I'll get the redundancies in place to make this as easy to follow along. So then finally is going to revolve around texture pack. So for those of you who might be seeing in the background footage or even in my other Minecraft videos, I do very much indeed run a texture pack, which is going to significantly change the look of everything that I build compared to anyone using a different texture pack or the default texture pack. So depending on whether or not you are in a position to acquire my texture pack, or if you're in a position to where you can't access it, depending on platform, or even financially speaking, because this texture pack did cost me just a couple of bucks just because of the whole tokens on the Minecraft marketplace. But bottom line here, just comment down below if you have the texture pack, or if you wouldn't mind getting it, or if you can't get it, because then that'll help me understand if I need to do the tutorial 2 times over and just basically repaint it with the default texture pack, just so people can at least have it look right, instead of just using default items compared to what I'm using in the texture pack and it just look all wrong. So yeah, just let me know down below. It's like, if you do or don't have it, if you can't get it. And I guess I probably ought to throw this out there before it slips my mind here, just for those who are going to look into it. The texture pack that I am using is called Modern Textures HD. So if you find that and you can get it, good for you. If you can't get it, just let me know, and I'll make a default texture version of the tripod and throw that into the tutorial or its own little separate tutorial. So that's about all the major complications that I can think of here in regards to this. So, like I said, just give me all your answer summaries down below, and I don't really, yeah, it's not going to bother me if there's like so many repetitive answers. I just need to know how many are into this and how many's in what circumstance and how many can and can't do this. That way I can try to make this tutorial just as uniform and understanding and achievable for everybody involved here. That's quite the clusterfuck of words, but anyway, so rather than take up any more of your time, I'm gonna leave you with this. Just let me know down below, and I'll see you whenever. All right.